we'll just.
Welcome to the Weasel. Welcome to the Weasel. Whip out your dicks and shove them in your ass. Welcome to the Weasel with Mike and Jonah.
You definitely want to keep your options open.
Hey, pal.
You don't want to put all your nut in one basket, right? Or all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I wonder if whenever I start fucking for effect, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Like I'm trying to just shovel as much goo in my wife as possible to produce child.
Yeah.
It's just anal's just totally off the table, I guess, at that point, because that's just wasted goo.
I mean, wow. Yeah, I never thought of that. I guess, like, yeah, wow. Anal would just be for, like, the occasional, like, hey, I guess you could do anal once you know she's pregnant again, right? Like, you don't have to be putting as much effort into it once the deed's done.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Once she's pregnant, it's anal only. Don't want to be gooing.
Beating the fuck up out of your fucking...
Yeah, don't want to be gooing my kid.
Child abuse before it's even born.
Yeah, so...
Black eyes.
So I'll just shove it in her pooper.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's all pretty close still.
Yeah. I feel like there, still a thin membrane between the vaginal and anal cavity makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That I'm not coating my kid in cum.
Fair. Yeah, you don't want to do that. What if it makes him stronger though? More cum, more strength.
It just fucking eats all all his potential brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Absorbs the energy of life.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fucking sick. Yeah. That'd be fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. Just a genetic marvel.
Yeah, he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Twins. But instead of Danny DeVito being born as well, it's just he absorbs it. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this. Is this Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger or twins?
Yeah, they're genetic experiments, and they create like the ideal twin, and that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously, and then but they have obviously a shitty one, and that's Danny DeVito, and I think he's a cab driver in New York or Boston or Philadelphia or something like that, and Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to find him, dude, and hijinks ensue. It's a great movie.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of this even.
Oh, it's a good movie. I think it's on Amazon. Look it up, Twins. It's really good. It's funny. It's one of those classic movies. It's around the same time as like Kindergarten Cop. Do you remember that movie?
No, dude.
You've never seen Kindergarten Cop?
You just keep making references I don't know.
Dude, it's just another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, bro.
I've only ever seen Terminator, bro.
You haven't?
No, I've only ever seen Terminator. Okay. I thought that was just like his one thing.
No, man, no. So Arnold Schwarzenegger was in some fucking amazing movies. So there's Twins with Danny DeVito. That was a really good one. Kindergarten Cop is a really good one. He's like a undercover cop, and he has to go be a kindergarten teacher as like undercover to fucking. I can't even remember what the plot, like the evil plot was, but yeah, he went undercover as a kindergarten teacher. Great movie, dude. Kids just climbing all over him. Hilarious. And then there was Jingle All the Way. Was another kids movie. That's a Christmas movie. You've seen that one though, I'm sure.
No, sir.
You've not seen Jingle All the Way,
dude. I don't know.
He becomes Ultraman or whatever it was. He like he's got to get. You don't remember who was that fucking dude? It was like some musician. He was a postman, and he become like Arnold's arch nemesis because they're both trying to get the same action figure for their son for Christmas.
Okay. This one is ringing a bell.
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen this movie at some point, bro. It's a classic, dude. In fact, I think we might have watched it in the barracks at one time. Yeah, I think we might have watched it in the barracks at one time. because we did that a lot actually in the barracks. We would, you know, a lot of people would just become very secluded. But we always had people in our room, and we're always like if we weren't watching or if we weren't drinking or playing some drinking game, we were usually getting drunk and watching some kind of series. I know we watched all of Game of Thrones in our room that one time. That was over a whole like 96, I think it was too. We would just fucking drink, ordered
Another
food,
one.
and another one. Yeah, just slap the next episode on, baby. Let's go. For 4 days straight, we were just watching Game of Thrones. Oh yeah, with Janalo and Lothian, I think it was.
Yeah. That does ring a bell.
Fun.
Yeah, dude.
So,
oh, go on.
oh, dude, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I definitely don't watch as much TV or like movies nowadays. I think I'm always filling my time with like I have to be productive or whatever, and like if I sit down and just binge a TV series over a weekend, I sometimes I feel shitty about that.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy at work about that actually, and he was saying he doesn't binge anything. He'll watch. They've got like 3 or 4 shows maybe that they watch, and they'll watch like one episode, and then they go on to the next show, watch an episode, and then go on to their other show and watch an episode. They'll only ever watch one episode of the series, and then they'll wait at least a day.
That's probably better. That's probably better, dude. Makes you digest the fucking shit a bit more, but
Makes you hungry for it too. You're like, fuck, you know, the hook at the end. You're like, fucking, what happened?
I mean,
Oh,
also
shit.
just probably
And they
breaks
go
up like, because if you sit there for an hour, you watch an episode of something, 1 hour goes by and you're just like, okay, yep, that was stimulating. Now I'm up and moving around again, you know, on about my day.
Yeah.
But if you watch 5 episodes of something, 5 hours, dude, you just sink into the couch.
That's a lot of hours, dude.
Fucking
that is a lot.
not a lot, dude. If things tumble down the to-do list, you know, that laundry doesn't get done.
Nah.
The grocery shopping doesn't get done, you know.
Dishes are sitting on the sink and the counter. Dude. Cats are fucking whinging. Dogs needing to go outside. Probably already pissed on the floor. Yeah. Oh, fuck, what a nightmare.
Not my boy. My boy's good now, I think.
Yeah,
I
not
hope.
pissing on the floor
I pray.
anymore, dude.
It's been
Did you,
it's been I think it's been like a week and a half since he pissed on the floor.
Oh, shit, dude. That's pretty good.
Usually every time I mention a time frame though, I'm like, oh, it's been X amount of time.
Yeah.
He usually is, you know, that's when he does it. So
He hears you from
I
up,
just
from
fucked up.
upstairs.
yeah,
He said it.
yeah, just fucked up. God damn it.
Hey, dude, that's dogs, man. They got you by the fucking nuts, dude. Always got you by the nuts.
Yeah.
Was that something that you prayed about? Perchance,
Oh,
was for
my
your dog
prayer.
to stop fucking pissing on the floor.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
First
dude,
of all, explain to us what it is that you've been doing with prayer. And before telling us how it's been going for you, I want you to explain what led up to you deciding to dive in to prayer.
Sure. Yeah, so if you haven't been listening the past couple episodes, this thought occurred to me of like, why not give it a go? I'm not a particularly religious person by any means. In fact, I've been quite a staunch atheist for much of my youth. And kind of like, I think a little too much so, you know? Like a little too much, like fucking, like atheism pride in a way. Yeah. You know, you're just like,
it becomes its own religion.
If you believe in God, you're dumb. Like, was how I legitimately used to think. I don't think like that anymore. But I legitimately used to think like that. I've just started, I don't know, being like, okay, you know what? Let me explore some of these concepts of like spirituality and like whatever, you know, is there a bigger connection to the universe than than myself in my own head. Like, is there another, maybe not entity, but like power or like energy? Maybe not even overseeing things, but just that exists that you can potentially gaze at or tap into.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. Mushrooms definitely help with this. Hold on one sec. I think I have to sneeze.
Oh, guten Tag in advance.
You stole it from me somehow.
Don't have to sneeze now, do you?
You fucking took it.
Really, you're welcome. If anything.
Took it right from my fucking nostrils.
You know what else you can do? Sorry to derail you, but you know what else you can do when someone's about to sneeze? Is if you poke them in the tummy, they won't sneeze. Won't happen. You can't do it to yourself, but if somebody else is about to sneeze and you just go, boop, poke them in the tummy.
Dude, there's like no other
Incredulous.
acceptable time to poke a man in the tummy.
I can think of a couple, dude. You know? I can think of a couple.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right, well, obviously one, about to sneeze, tummy poke, right?
Yeah.
Fucking real close mate of yours putting on a bit of weight, you know? I think that's perfectly socially acceptable. Go, boop, hey, bud.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
Yeah, you're
you don't
right,
have to say anything. It's just, you know, you poke them in the stomach enough times. It kind of like,
Maybe
I mean,
you're
I would
making-
hope my friends would do that to me as well, mind you.
I don't think I would do that to my fat friends, you know?
Why?
I don't know.
You telling
dude.
me if I got fat, you wouldn't just like start poking me in the stomach every once in a while to start hinting that maybe I'm getting a little bit overweight?
No.
Well, that's
No,
what I expect from my
I
friends.
think
Jordan.
that's
I
the
need
most-
you to do this.
I think that's I might have a conversation with you first.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Then I
all
just
right, okay.
touch your insecurity. I poke you in your insecurity,
You
dude.
poke me. Yeah. Wow. Okay, you're right. That's you're poking me in my insecurity. All right, we'll take that one off the table. So we've got one still, you know, about to sneeze.
Yeah.
The third, what was going to be third, but I guess is the second one, is when a dude's wife is pregnant, and you come up and you poke his stomach, because obviously you don't want to poke her stomach, because that's fucking very invasive. But poke his stomach, boop, good job, bud, kind of thing. Like, because you can't really poke him in the dick either. Maybe you could, depends on the relationship.
Yeah.
Dude, man, I digress, bro. Okay. So you've got this inkling that there could be like some kind of connection in the universe outside of like tummy pokes, and you're like, how do I tap into that? So what have you been doing? Like, what has been your game plan, or how have you approached it?
Well, I think it's more interesting in what I haven't been doing is like dude, I wrote it down on my to-do list, dude. Prayer. That's it. That's it. And I've been kicking that can down as the days tumble by. Yeah. Dude, I don't know why. Like I was just, I don't know, nervous about it. I don't know. I guess I didn't really know how to do it, but whatever. I finally gave it a go today, and like even when I gave it a go today, it felt like kind of trite, you know, like I was, like I don't know, like I was half-assing it in some way, or like,
Yeah.
I was like, it felt like I was like walking into a gym and I've never worked out before, and like getting on the squat rack. And being like, everything's just clunk. It was just like clunky and weird, you know. And I was just like, okay, am I praying to like a deity or an entity? No, let me try to. Okay, am I requesting things? Am I requesting, you know, health or fucking perseverance, or like what am I? Am I asking for something? And like I found myself being more confused, honestly.
Yeah.
But I imagine it's a bit like the gym in that you're gonna have shitty form the first time you do anything, you know.
Yeah.
probably even the 10th time you do anything, you know. But I think with a bit of time, you know, maybe a bit of practice, consistency, I think it can be powerful. I think there is something to this, like putting it outside of me, you know. I realize I'm not making a ton of sense here, but like I guess I don't really know how to word it necessarily. I'm just thinking like appealing to some like higher. I don't even like that phrase, higher existence or like higher plane, but like there is something nice. There is something nice there, dude, and like, oh, it's not. All the weight's not all on my shoulders, all of a sudden. And like I think I got a little peek of that, being like, hey, you can kind of offload some of like life's shit, you know, and like weight into the cosmos,
Yeah,
you know, into another you know, spiritual entity or you know, God's plan or whatever. You can offload some of that weight, so I think that was nice, but again, it was clunky. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to make a real practice of this, or if I go on.
what was it that how did you do it? Like, what was your process? Like when you, like, all right, I'm gonna go pray, and then what did you do?
Well, first of all, I wanted to be alone. And then, like, part of the reason why I kept kicking it down the curb or kicking the can, you know, was, because I was like, oh, well, I can't do that now. Like, Janie's home, you know? What if she catches me?
Oh God! Oh no! What are you doing in here? Are you praying?
I'd rather her walking on me masturbating than praying, dude.
Huh? That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll unpack
something
that,
there, right? But
wow,
and then
I knew the shame worked both directions, but fuck.
And then I would just do, and then when I was alone, I would just do everything else I could possibly do on my to-do list. And like, so I got to the bottom of my to-do list. Really, was why I did it today.
Wow.
So yeah, I gave it a go. I mean, maybe I did it for like a minute, not even.
Yeah. Did you like sit on your bed, or did you?
I just sat on my couch. I thought about doing the kneel thing,
Yeah.
and that I couldn't make myself do it. I don't know why. It was like an ego thing.
Couldn't,
you know?
I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, like the kneeling thing. There's no like. I don't think you have to kneel to pray. In fact,
I know, but the fact that
anything specific to pray.
The fact that I was so opposed to it, though, is I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucking saying something.
That's like, well, I mean, it is interesting. Like,
It's like I don't want to submit to this, dude. I don't want
Yeah.
to fucking let go of my fucking.
Well, what if something talks back?
I don't even know if that's what I'm worried about. I think it's just like. I think I'm holding on tight to like my view of the world that's gotten me here.
Mm.
You know? I think I've had a lot of success with, and I've had a lot of, you know, I guess I'm talking about like rationalism, and like I definitely like pray at that altar. Poor choice of words.
I don't know. It's actually fitting because it's its own religion. Atheism now.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. So I kind of feel like I'm like still holding on to that, and it's like preventing me from like fully exploring another way of approaching life or looking at life. I don't know, dude. That one's hard.
That's interesting.
tough.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of it's the same thing, right? So people that are very like religious say they come from a Christian family with beliefs and values and systems or whatever, and they're very successful, with that belief system, right? And then for them to try to accept that maybe atheism is true, and that like that line of thinking, it's the same. It's like fucking I don't think so. No,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done really well on this system. I don't think I need to go to that system.
Yeah,
You know?
I think there is an element of that, dude. It's just like
Yeah.
I've been 30 years of that's stupid, and again I've waned off of that view for sure, but like never to the extent of like let me dip my toe on the other side, let me talk to the man in the sky a bit.
Yeah, but that it's funny that because that actually ties into like this thought I had earlier this week about like spiritual awakenings,
Yeah,
and so like the idea is that like when people are talking about having like doing a lot of spiritual work and having like spiritual awakening and stuff and etc. It's drug induced, non-drug induced, prayer induced, meditation induced, whatever, transcendental states, right? When people think about that, they like because we're really good at making things blown out of proportion in our own minds. We put expectations on things, and like one of the expectations people put on themselves, and I've been guilty of this as well, for like spirituality and whatever, is that there's going to be a moment where it's just like it opens up and you're like fucking all right, I got it now. Like, I understand. Like things are like things are making sense. Things are like making a lot of sense to me now, and now my life's a lot easier for it. And that's like this fake bastardization of what actual spiritual awakening is, right? Real
Is it?
spiritual awakening, I think. And this is just from reading a lot now about it and listening to other people on their fucking, what do you call it, a walk of faith, whatever that is. It's not that at all. It is more so, as an example, right? You say you're meditating and you reach like like this transcendental state, and you're like, fuck, I'm kind of an asshole in XYZ. I shouldn't. The way I behave is not how I should be behaving. Fuck. and then that's it, dude. And then that's when you hit that crossroads where you realize that a certain way that you're behaving is not the way you should be behaving. Say it's for a relationship or a fucking whatever.
mm-hmm.
Then you have the conscious choice, and that's what the spiritual awakening is. It's bringing the issue to you to make the choice of whether or not you're going to continue acting like that or make steps to not act like that anymore. Right. And that's what spiritual awakening really is. It's this slow, incremental burn where when you become aware of like your, I don't know, your fucking the external and internal and spiritual and non-spiritual worlds, when you start to become aware of these things, it's not like a overwhelming, like, not interconnected stuff. We've had that with drug-induced, like mushrooms and acid and stuff like that. But that's fleeting. Right. It's very, very fleeting. But actually, awakening is noticing now. Now you have the ability to notice when you are being a cunt. And so now you have the responsibility also of deciding whether or not you're going to continue being a cunt or you're going to try not to be a cunt anymore. That's at least how I've kind of started to boil down spirituality. And the problem with dedicated religions, right? I read this really interesting thing. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, about comparison between Jesus and Buddha's teachings.
Oh yeah, you did send it to me. I did not read it yet.
Real interesting, dude. You should give it a read. It's really interesting.
Give me the summary.
Well, essentially, it talks about some of the it busts some myths. So, like, one of the things is like the myth that I've purported on this podcast many times about, Jesus probably went to India and he was actually Buddhist and blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't Buddhist, right? He wasn't some kind of Zen Buddhist or anything like that. He didn't become a Hindu. But the reason that there's these parallels is because his idea of how the universe would function was very similar to how whatever's his name that was the first Buddha's interaction with the world and the universe was. It's very similar. And so it just went down and broke down these things. But the problem is that now Buddhism is the same as Christianity, where they've taken these teachings and they've all put their own twists on things to, for whatever. And that's why there's so many different types of Buddhism and there's so many, different types of Christianity, is because it's all based off different interpretations of the same teachings. Dude, I've ruined your sneeze now. I've got burps, dude. How fucked up is that, dude?
Poking the tummy.
And, yeah, it's fucking blah, 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 blah. And so, so because these teachings have been interpreted and then rewritten and interpreted and rewritten and whatever. I don't even necessarily think with malicious intent. I think just that's what humans do. We play telephone with everything we do, and so things change over time.
Sure.
But it seems to me like the actual teaching of the actual information that Jesus was telling people was that in the Jewish church at the time, to speak to God, you had to go to a temple, you had to make an offering, you had to speak to the priests themselves, and they were your direct link to God, right? That was the whole thing. That was the whole point of like all the tent, the massive temple tent setup that they had, and the fucking what's that stupid fucking Ark of the Covenant as well. All these fucking things was because there fundamentally was a direct break between you as a person and being able to communicate with God, right? And so the craziest thing that Jesus said at the time was that there actually isn't. There is none. We're all children of God. We are all. I am God, the Son, and fucking da 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 da. And what he was saying is that we're all that, right? Mm-hmm. It's like he went out and fucking had a mad mushroom trip and realized we're all God. And he's like, oh fucking, this is fucking sick,
but kind of you can talk to God at any point because God is you.
Exactly. It's within all of us because we're all of the universe, right? Mm-hmm. We're all children of the universe. And so if you look at it in that context, it really does apply to prayer as well, right? Because the awkwardness that we feel from prayer and stuff doesn't just come from not being involved in the church at all throughout your life. I was involved with the church heaps, and prayer was still very awkward, all right? Because they still have these... Like the churches that I went to, especially when I was younger, had specific rules for how you should pray for it to be effective, and certain things that you pray and say, right? And certain prayers that you say to achieve whatever it is, And then like Catholic Church has like Hail Marys and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Specific and incantations. Really, if you really want to boil
mantras
prayer down, especially in the Catholic Church, it's like fucking witchcraft, dude. They're like singing in Latin and swinging frankincense and myrrh through the fucking aisles and up to an altar of gold.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
fuck,
it is cool. I'm not saying it's not cool. It is cool.
I mean, imagine if you could be the fucking smoke, the lantern smoke guy.
Dude, fucking tripping nuts all the time.
Yeah, that'd be good. Good. No, yeah, man, I'm so not interested in like a fucking hey, here's a prayer to read.
Yeah.
Or like here's a I don't know, recite this Bible verse. And I don't know, feel the wisdom in it and reflect. Like none of that should interest me, dude.
No.
But I am interested in this. Hey, how can I tap into like a energy or a force that knows me and that ideally, loves me or is indifferent about me. You know, I mean, love would be nice, but I have a feeling it'd be more indifference. But regardless, like it's just kind of like, I mean, for the most part, like I know me way more. Like you're my best friend. You know so much about me, but I know way, way, way fucking more about me than you do. And you know way, 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 way fucking more about you than I know about you. Yeah. You know? And like so like and again I'm even pitching this clunky, but I think there's something to like getting out of your own head and like offloading some of that like cognitive horsepower into a relationship with the universe.
Yeah.
You know? Like there's
I think
like there's something nice about that. And there's something useful I think in that.
Yeah.
You know, it can kind of free up like yourself from like self-loathing, just angry at yourself and like every shitty thought you've ever had that you like beat yourself up for. Like I think there's a way if you tap into like spirituality in some extent, you can help to counterset some of that.
Yeah. It's like just taking some of the weight off.
Yeah. That's what I'm interested in. Which, like, that seems kind of selfish too, right? Is that, like, I'm not doing it to appease the universe. I'm doing it to fucking make myself lighter.
Well, but you are part of the universe.
Oh,
and so you're appeasing yourself.
You're onto something,
so
dude.
By appeasing yourself, you're appeasing the universe, and it in turn helps you offload, which makes you lighter, which is the universe helping itself. Fuck, man. Oh shit.
And that's the kind of rationalism, dude, that I can get behind.
Yeah. I mean, hey, dude, like I got that kind of loose rationalism all day, bro. I can rationalize just about anything.
Yeah. So I mean, at any rate, dude, it's interesting, and that I'm getting to this point in my life where that does interest me, and I do want to pull this thread, to see where it takes me. If that takes me to a fucking church or a temple or a mosque someday, like, okay. Yeah. But I don't know.
I would recommend reading some kind of spiritual text. Read the Bible a bit, then get some kind of Hindu text. Read that for a bit. You can even get an Islam one, dude. I've read parts of the Quran.
I mean, but you're right though, in that like what you were saying earlier, in that like all the organized religions like there's something gross about them. Especially as someone coming from like my background, I guess, and that I've been like such a staunch atheist. Like I've been really good at picking out the shitty aspects of these fucking religions.
Yeah.
Listen, and like there's something gross about them.
Christian little bastard Christian motherfucker for a long time, and I also find them gross, dude. It makes perfect sense to me that you find them fucking a little bit fucking slimy or sticky, when you pick up something that's sticky and got hair on it.
Yeah, I mean but that's not to say that there's not like beautiful parts of these religions and like maybe in the words themselves, or the wisdom in the words themselves, and I think the gross, sticky, hairy part that we're describing, it really might just boil down to like people abusing the ideas for self-interest or personal gain. And like that, and like those are the stories that you hear over and over again. That are, about the church, about the fucking, whatever. Take your pick of religion. You know, that's the gross part. You know,
Yeah.
but
It's something about like when you criticize a system that doesn't work, people that are married to that system take it as a personal offense. Like you're criticizing them. To say like you're talking to a Catholic about a lot of the fucking child abuse that's happened in the Catholic Church. 9 times out of 10, dude, they're gonna fucking get, up in arms because they think you're attacking them as a Catholic, and you're not. But that's because they're married to that ideology. Same as like political ideologies. Fucking righties, lefties, greenies, blueies, reddies, dude. All of them, man. They all are very, like, a lot of people are just so invested. Like that community or that belief system or that ideology has become their whole being. They associate themselves with
identity.
Their identity is that. And that feels gross to somebody who, has lived a life of rationalism. But also,
and like,
because
if even
of that
I've
rationalism,
built my identity around, hey, what I don't believe in, what I will not believe in, what I won't be duped by, this religion or this ideology.
Yeah. But perhaps you're being duped by the idea that there is no anything outside of ourselves because of your belief about these. Or your non-belief about these.
Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, you can't have a non-belief, can you? It's not a non-belief in God. It's a belief that the gods don't exist.
I know, dude.
They just
so annoying.
It's weird, isn't it?
Dude. Being a person's hard.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude,
wow.
Sometimes
put that on a t-shirt.
Sometimes I wish, dude, that we just had like fucking primate brains again, there's a real beauty in like consciousness and like that we can consider ourselves, in our mind's eye. But god damn it, so annoying at the same time.
I was talking about this exact thing to Steve last night. And,
Steve!
Because I was like, dude, what if we just, instead of like, because everybody's focused on evolution, right? What if we just like, hey, let's de-evolve a bit and go back? Remember when humans were creating all the stuff that we have now? Remember when they were figuring out how fire worked, how smart they would have had to been? Let's go back to that. And then work our way back up, see what happens, Fucking sick, dude. Like, man, I'd take a little bit of Neanderthal brain. Fuck yeah, dude. They could see at night, man. Neanderthals had night vision. Did you know that?
No. But what do you mean, dude? We also can see at night.
No. I mean,
you just gotta let your eyes adjust, big boy.
The race of Neanderthals, okay, they had hooded eyelids, and their eyes had weird, like slit pupils. Not like fucking our pupils where they delight open and close, but their pupils were slits like a cat's. Not exactly like a cat's, but they could see at night, dude. So when they would come out at night, it was just like going out at daytime, dude. That's why they were so dangerous to Homo sapiens, because they hunted at night.
You don't think they could see better during the day? I think they could fucking see better during the day.
I think they could see just fine during the day, just as well as they could at night, dude. I think that's what made them so dangerous.
Dangerous? They weren't that fucking dangerous. They're all dead.
They almost wiped out Homo sapiens, dude. A couple of times.
I don't know. Sounds
almost, dude.
Seems like they lost.
Where their downfall was is that they started fucking Homo sapiens as well. Yeah.
That's how they get you,
creating half breeds, and then now here we are, dude. Fucking.
Dude, how much fucking Neanderthals in you? Have you ever gotten like a 23andMe?
I've never done it, but my grandpa had 3%. So I would have to. So if I only got it for my grandpa's side, I would have set 0.75% Neanderthal.
I don't know, dude. I think you had a smudge on that fucking document, dude. And
well, I think I got some off my dad's
three
side
or
too,
3 or
sure.
30, dude.
Well, my brow fucking says a different story, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I would love, man, I would love if like they came out with some technology where they could actually like tickle certain parts of your DNA to fucking start making you like have these different like things. Because I would just go back to that Neanderthal DNA and just be like, yeah, give me some of that fucking whatever that is.
Juicy,
And
obviously.
just make
See
me
at
this
night.
giant motherfucker,
You're
dude.
just fucking
huge.
gargoyling.
Yeah,
at night,
dude, I
dude.
would love to gargoyle it.
Looking
go
around.
bro. Like, oh, torn, hungry. Oh, food. Oh, come back to cave, Curly. Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah, dude. If I could just thrash Curly around, throw her against the wall, dude.
You'd probably kill her.
That, I'm sure.
And you're like, oops.
Nah, I'd
and
be
then
I'd be gentle.
but then you wouldn't care either. So
You're right. I probably wouldn't because I'd be a Neanderthal. Oh, still warm. Oh.
right, yeah, dude. I think, dude. I think maybe we dial it back, dude. Maybe we fucking take a little bit of that frontal cortex and fucking
Shrink it. I think they had bigger heads, dude. I think their skulls were quite a bit larger than ours.
I don't think so.
I think the confined prefrontal cortex is what's making us think we're a lot smarter than we actually are. It's more dense. But see, they had more goo to play with, dude. I think they had bigger brains. I don't think they were stupid. Neanderthals weren't stupid.
Also, did you know that there wasn't just Neanderthals? There was like a bunch of different types of humanoids.
Yeah.
The Aboriginals in Australia are actually descendant from like a different type of whatever,
yeah.
and then it got mashed up at it all got mashed up at some point. But
yeah, there's another name. I can't remember what they're called, but they were like seafaring as well, like really early.
Yeah, they're like narwhals or something.
Narwhals.
No, it starts with an N. I don't know.
I don't think it's narwhals, dude. That's a whole nother whale, bro.
Pretty sure it's narwhals.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're probably right, dude.
I think it was like Nemians or something. It was something like that. Yeah.
Namibians? No, those are fucking
Maybe.
I don't know. Who's to say, dude? There's a lot of different people groups out there.
Right.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. It'd just be cool to go back and see how it functioned as well. You know? Just watch them killing each other. I think that'd be interesting to watch, dude. It's like if scientists could go back
Or
and
fucking
just
each
as like
other.
a viewing, dude. Or fucking each other. Yeah, how would that have looked? Dude, how big were all these different groups comparatively?
Damn, dude. The first the first Neanderthal that fucked a Homo sapien. I bet all his boys were like, gross, dude. What are you dude? Ew.
Are you serious? Gross. Look how small she is. Look how narrow her shoulders
God,
are.
bro.
She can't even pick up like a
disgusting.
fucking. She can't even pick up a deer, bro. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
And then it came a thing though. You know, like some of those freaks, dude. Those freak Neanderthals are going down to the Homo sapien camp, and getting there and fucking, like dudes that have sex with midgets now.
Right. Yeah. No, you're so right about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, dude. Yeah, well, yeah. There's some not bad looking midgets out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some not bad looking midgets out there. Dwarfs.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but like that is kind of what it would be like. It's just. You're just like, oh, those people kind of look like me, but like are kind of a different creature at the same time. And like obviously, this is not to disparage any small people out there, but I bet it was kind of similar to like a fucking Homo sapien walking up on a Neanderthal, being like, oh shit.
Damn, girl, you thick.
Are we kind of the same?
It's like those guys that are super attracted to really tall chicks. Like those little guys that are just, they love a big Amazonian woman, dude.
I'm into that,
Guaranteed there was some Homo sapien men that are like, damn, girl, you could pick me up.
Yeah.
Carry me off to your cave, you know what I mean? Hell yeah.
I like tall, thick chicks for sure, dude. I'm into that.
On the tall, thick chick, dude. Fucking long legs, just fucking... Yeah.
Smash your head like a watermelon.
Yes. Oh, fuck yes, please. I want that so bad.
Fuck yeah,
That's how I want to go out, dude. 72 years old, first sign of cancer, dude. I'm having the strongest woman in the world crush my head like a watermelon.
I'd do it for you. Don't worry.
Only if you're the strongest woman in the world. I don't know what.
I'll put on a
It's
wig,
pretty
dude.
specific.
I'll put on a wig
yeah.
and affirm
break some
myself
world
as a woman for you real quick.
He'll break some world records as a woman, and then
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
dude. Well, time to go.
I fucking snap your neck clean off.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Just fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Last thing you feel is my balls on your forehead.
Hell yeah.
You're like, not exactly.
Did you shower before this?
No.
No, I did not shower before this. Tell me about your excitement for football season.
Yeah, Daddy. Dude, I am pretty excited for football season. I know that you're not really a football fan too much, but the sport's expanding, buddy. More people are watching than ever before. As a matter of fact, the NFL is like printing money at that too. Yeah, dude, it's like such a ridiculous return on investment for these people that like buy these teams. It's insane. But yeah, dude. Also a lot of sports gambling. You know, I only really bet on things that I know well, and I know football pretty well at this point. You know, so
Give me some tips this year, bro.
On gambling.
Yeah, dude, you gonna give me some tips, bro?
I try to win more than you lose. That's really the best tip.
No, I mean, like, you're gonna give me some tips on who you're putting bets in for, bro.
I don't think you can bet in Australia, can you?
Yeah.
You can.
Oh yeah,
it's legal
gambling
there?
here? Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
They were gambling on who would win the election between Biden and Trump last time. They did the same thing as in the States, because they had it in the States too on those betting apps. You could bet who you thought was gonna win.
Yeah. I should.
I mean, really, you could just put $10 down on both. There's only two options, right?
Yeah, but then you lose your $10.
Yeah, but one of them will always be a little bit higher odds than the other. Because they do the same thing as like, oh, well, they're more likely to win because they've got higher polls, whatever. It's weird, man. Yeah. We were looking at it yesterday. I think Trump's the favorite this year on Australian betting apps. So you have a higher return if Biden gets in, or not Biden, Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah, she's the underdog. Dude, I don't even fucking know anymore, man. If you would have asked me like a month ago, I would have said Trump's going to win in a landslide. But now I have no idea.
Don't know now, dude.
Don't know.
Can I grab some more coffee real quick, bro? Is that all right?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You sure? You need coffee?
Yeah, I'll grab a little more myself too.
Okay. We'll be right back. Probably pee now. Solotito. Hoo yeah, hoo yeah.
Boy.
So, who's your team this year? In
Oh,
football?
my same team every year, bro.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's kind of rough, dude.
None of the cat teams ever really do very well. Lions, Jaguars, Tigers.
Lions
Did pretty good last year.
Yeah. They're
Really
projected to do pretty well this year too. So
Yeah, dude.
yeah, dude. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. My Sundays are about to be fucking jammed up again, though.
Very busy.
And I'm doing fantasy football again. Third year.
Yeah.
I won the past 2 years in a row.
Yeah. Are they doing the same thing with fantasy football as they were doing with Monopoly now? Are they all ganging up to try to take you down?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they pretty much operate on like nobody wants to do any trades with me because that's how I like to wheel and deal, dude. I'm always fucking trying to, him and haw, fight, negotiate for,
I'll help you out. You help me out.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
batch your scratch.
I'll give you 2 play. Okay, yeah. It looks like you needed this position. I got one of those, but like, give me this other. So like, I'm constantly trying to make trades, and they pretty much. There's a few people now that are like completely unwilling to do a trade with me this year.
Really?
Yeah, just because they know, they know Daddy fucking gets his.
Yeah. Can't be stopped, bro.
Nah, but fuck them, I still did it. I'll still do it. I'll still win, bro. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, you lost in Monopoly.
Yeah. Dude, 3-peats are tough.
Yeah. 3-peats are tough, dude.
3-peats are tough. Winning once is tough, dude.
Getting a trick, though? Shoo. Tough, man. That's tough.
Yeah, tough. I almost did 2 leagues this year, and then I had to. I was like committed to a second one, and then I was like, no, I will not be able to fucking. Yeah, I was like, just one. I can't do. I'm only ever gonna do one.
Yeah.
I decided.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So how does fantasy football actually work? Because like I know you guys do drafts and you pick different players from all different teams for your team, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And then so do you get points based off of how those players perform on their actual teams in the games?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, there's 32 teams, right? Yeah. So there's a ton of players you can choose from. Obviously, there's better players that consistently produce, know. But like, it's all based on real events. Like if I'm trying to think of someone that you would know.
Like say Brett Favre breaks his shoulder or something like that.
The fact that you said Brett Favre is insane. You couldn't even name he's been out of the league for like
Is he not in
years,
anymore?
dude? Like
Yeah,
7
right,
years.
dude. Oh, shit. Okay. Fucking was it Polamalu? Is he still playing, dude?
No, sir.
Polamalu?
About
Okay,
7 years ago. Name me another football player. Go ahead.
Okay, let's go. Who's that fucking dude? Stafford, Matt Stafford.
Still
He
playing.
Still?
Yeah, he does still play.
He's not for the Lions anymore, though. They traded him, didn't they?
No, he's on the Rams now. He's in L.A.
Pussy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got rid of that dumbass. Now the Lions are doing really good. Good job, guys.
Well, he did leave the Lions and then win a Super Bowl with the Rams.
Fuck that guy. Anyway. Couldn't fucking win with the Lions. He can't hang out, dude. Fucking, the Rams were too good for him. Anyway, so Matt Stafford, the fucking little pussy ass bitch, breaks his shoulder. Okay, sorry for being so outdated, dude.
You're kind of fucked. Honestly, dude, injuries will fuck you over. Like you pretty much have, like if someone has like a season-ending injury, you have to drop them, and then you have to try to pick up or trade for another, or maybe you have somebody on your bench that you can start for that position. Yeah. Okay. But is it going to be as good as as Matty S can do? Who knows? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, dude, there's so much to it, honestly. You're filling out a roster for like quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, and a kind of like a flex position, which can be either wide receiver, running back, or tight end, kicker, defense.
Okay. And so the whole defensive team, though.
Yeah. Defense gets kind of boned in fantasy. It's way more for the offense. Yeah. And like particular offensive players. Yeah, and you would just have a defense. And like they accrue points, throughout the games that they play. They can even play again. Like I can have 2 players playing against each other in real life, but are on my same team. So like I'm rooting for both of them technically,
Okay.
To do well. And more importantly, I might be playing against somebody that has a player that I'm rooting against because like I don't want them to score, like I don't want them to do well because that would give them more points, and ultimately the points add up at the end of the week after all the games have happened, and there's a winner between me and whoever I'm going against that week in fantasy. And then the next week I play somebody else in the league, and they play somebody else in the league. Whoever has. Yeah, when we get to the end of the 16 weeks, 17 weeks from now, actually, no, it's not. It's because all the players have to be able to play. So, yeah, like it's like a 16-week thing. Okay. In that, at some point, if you've done well, you'll make your version of the playoffs, and then you play against. Some people get eliminated in the league, and then you play against the other people in like a tournament, single elimination until there's one winner, and that's been me. The past 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and you're going for a trick.
Yeah, and there's money on the line too. Everybody puts in. I mean, you can play in different leagues. Different leagues have different buy-ins. Some people do like $100. Okay. And some leagues are free. We do $20. So every person throws in $20 at the start of the season, and then I think first place gets like 140. Second place gets like I think it's like 70, and then third place gets their money back, and nobody else gets anything.
Okay. Yeah. Right. How many people are in your league?
12.
12. Okay. Cool. Well, that's fucking fun, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and then like you can play with your friends too. Like Cody's in the league, Gab's in the league, Brianna's in the league. There's other people I'm forgetting. Dave's in the league. Rich, my father-in-law is in the league. He, bless his heart, dude. He doesn't really know how to play very well.
No.
And he's already, before a game even started, made some egregious errors.
Oh, true.
So bad.
How? What could he possibly have done? Don't you like set it up and just leave it until
no, because you're constantly like moving. Like things happen. You know, you start players, maybe you bench players, maybe you. There's like a whole pool of players that aren't on anybody's team that you can pick up at any point. But you can only have so many players on your team, so you could drop somebody else.
Okay, I see.
Rich only really knows one team, so he doesn't know who's good outside of one team.
What team's that?
The Chiefs.
Okay.
Which are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. So they're also going for a three-peat. Not easy to do.
No.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But no, he's essentially just like dropped some really good players for no fucking reason besides he wanted to. He's like, oh, I recognize his version of like. He's like, oh, I recognize Brett Favre, you know, who was a good, who was a good player maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Then it was a big name, but you do really got to know, like, hey, who are the new guys? Who are the rookies that haven't even played a game yet, but like, are projected to do well this season? Yeah. So like, it requires a lot of football knowledge.
Do you have like a certain amount, like say you've got like a certain pool of like points that you're allowed to allocate to different players, and each player, depending on their skill level, requires a larger number of points? Like, could you have a fucking full stack team of like all rookies, or is it just a certain number of players you're allowed to have?
Different leagues have different rules. Like there is certain formats that have like different rules, but for the most part, no. It's just you have a set number of players that you're allowed to have, and obviously there's different strategy. Like if you want, you could have a team. As long as you fill out all the base positions that I mentioned, you can have a bench of fucking 6 tight ends if you want, but probably not a good way to go about it.
No.
Like you want to have a nice diversity, because hey, what if one of your running backs gets injured? That you want to have a backup, and what if they're on a bye week? So like they don't play that week, which means they're not gonna be able to get you any points that week. So you have to trade them out.
Righto, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of finesse to it, dude. And then you add the layer of you can trade with other people in the league. So like you have a team, you have a player that I want. I can just offer you a trade for like, hey, you can have these players from my team if you give me that guy. And then you can decline, you can counter, you can be like, not those guys, but if you give me that guy, I'll give you this guy. And I go, ooh, fuck, maybe not this guy.
You're on to my game, dude. Oof.
Right, yes. So there's a bit of like salesmanship involved too, and like negotiation, which is, I mean that's the part of it that I enjoy.
So how does the draft work for you guys then? Like you both want the same player. How does that work?
Whoever gets him first.
Oh, just you pick it up like you're on the app. You're just fucking.
No, it's turn based.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and it's generally you do a snake draft as well. So, which will affect your strategy, right?
Okay.
Because like say you pick first, that's great. You can get the best player in all of fantasy football because you just randomly happen to get the first pick, which is like this year, for example, that was Christian McCaffrey, hands down the best player for fantasy football.
Okay.
Like the clear number one. That's great. But so everybody else picks after you, so 1 through 12.
Yeah.
And then whoever was 12th The next round starts at one. So you would get both the 12th and 13th pick, and then it goes back. So the guy that picks first technically has the first overall pick and the 25th overall pick. So like there's some nuance in like your drafting position.
Okay.
As well. So like this year, like I picked 6th. So like 5 people got to pick players both in front of me, and like those 5 players are off the board, right? But then I got to pick 6th, and then I picked again, 18th?
Yeah,
probably. So yeah, snake draft.
Okay.
But again, it's fair. Like, yeah, dude, you can draft.
More balanced.
You draft players, but then you can like once the draft's over, you can start dropping players, or like say that happens all the time, that there's like players you've never heard of that have like a breakout, a couple games, or maybe even just one game, and you're like, oh shit, that guy just scored like 3 touchdowns. Somebody else got injured, so now like he's stepping up and like he's going to be the main guy, probably going forward. Yep, and then like you're going to try to pick up that guy. And then there's a priority. It's called the waiver wire.
Okay.
I'm getting deep into the weeds for you now, but
no, that's all right. Tell me, dude. Fill me in.
There's it's called a waiver wire. So like I can make a claim to that guy, but say you and Brianna also want to pick up that guy. It's based on whoever's. I think it's based on. When was the last time you've made a move? So you've picked up somebody, or you've traded for somebody.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which I do that constantly. Like that's the way I play the game. So like my waiver wire position is usually either like 11th or 12th.
Okay. Right.
Because I'm constantly doing that. So if like a really good player becomes available or has like a breakout game, I'm going to put in for him, but there's probably people that never make a trade or never pick up anybody that have a higher priority on that player than I do.
Okay. Interesting. Just another layer of the strategy, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, because there is something to like, okay, maybe I don't want to make any moves so that I have a higher waiver wire position, so that after a week some guy has a breakout, game, or like I said, there's an injury and somebody's out for the season. The next guy up, I can just pick him up, and like I'm not worried about somebody else picking him up.
Okay.
But that's not how I play, dude.
No. And you've won 2 years in a row. So.
That's right. That's right, dude. That's right.
Stick with what works. You don't need to fucking branch out. You don't need to open your mind to anything else. You've got what works in front of you.
Yeah, and like, dude, there's all kinds of strategies to it too, and luck plays a major part. Like, obviously, all these guys are real people, playing a game, and like, anything can really happen.
Playing a savage, barbaric game against each other. And you're all just like, oh, this is going to be fucking excellent. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, the way that I get happy, that I get so happy when like my running back fucking runs in a touchdown, and I go, fuck yes, dude. But the way I get so sad when I was like, okay, dude, like he's in position to score, and then they throw it, and like somebody else catches it and gets the touchdown.
Yeah.
And then like I don't get any points for it. Like, cause it is like player centric, right? So if I only get points when my player does something, so like his team could do well and win the game, but if my player doesn't do anything, or he doesn't, or he only does a little bit,
getting the chance to perform,
or doesn't get the chance, or gets injured, whatever, that it doesn't matter what the rest of his team does.
Okay, interesting. Can you swap people mid game as well? Like if you got someone on the bench? Oh, you can't. Once it's in, it's locked in.
Which sucks too. If like say it's like the beginning of the game, some dude breaks, like your running back breaks his leg. I mean, like you're fucked, probably, because like you can't switch them out, and then next week you pretty much have to drop them.
Yeah.
And pick up and figure out a new strategy for your running back next week.
Fuck, man, that sounds complicated.
It is.
Sounds very complicated. I don't know if that's for Torn. I don't think fantasy football's for Torn.
Dude, you have to really, if you want to do well, you have to like be a fan.
Yeah.
And if anything, it makes you a better fan because you pay attention to not just the Jacksonville Jaguars. You pay attention to the entire fucking NFL.
Right.
Because you have players on a variety of teams, and also who you're playing against, you have to pay attention to as well.
Yeah.
So like, it's cool. I obviously like I really enjoy football, and like I've like invested a lot of time in like learning it, and like I really enjoy it. So it's fun for me, but yeah, it's so much. Even for me, it takes up so much time to like fucking who's the third string running back on the fucking Patriots right now, and like what kind of scheme do they run, dude? Do they run kind of a running back by committee kind of thing, or is this guy never gonna fucking get the ball kind of thing, or maybe this is the goal line guy? Maybe they like to put this guy in on like goal line situations, so he's more likely to get a touchdown, and that's it. Like those are all the things that are like running through your head if you like want to put that much thought into it, which is ultimately going to make you more likely to win.
Yeah. You're actually analyzing how the teams do their plays, how often that guy's going to get the fucking ball in the first place, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, right.
There's a ton of that, yeah.
The only thing I've ever done that's maybe come close, and not even close, but maybe put it like similar, is that one time I got into March Madness real hard. I was watching the games on my phone. I was watching highlights, and I was fucking watching all these teams and the different players that were fucking their stats were fucking going crazy that year as well. It was fucking pretty wild year for basketball. But I only ever did it 1 year.
Dude, you know what's nuts about March Madness is so you fill out a bracket, right?
Yeah.
So like I think it's, I don't know how many fucking teams it is. Let's say it's 100 teams. I don't think that's the right number, but so if you've never played before, you fill out a bracket. So like all the teams are in there. You pick the winner to every game, and then the next round, and then the next round, and then the championship round as well. Yeah. Nobody has ever in the history of March Madness had a perfect bracket.
No.
Never.
No. There's a lot of games to get right, dude.
A shitload of games to get right, and there's so many
variables, so many upsets.
Yeah, and then if you get one wrong in the first round, then you're fucked.
That's it, dude. If I can see it, man, might as well not even play now.
I mean, you're probably more because like it is a point system as well. So like if you get 99% of your bracket correct, like you're gonna win.
Yeah, but
no one's ever had a perfect bracket.
What do you get if you have a perfect bracket?
I don't know. I think somebody would fucking. Like, you would probably pick up some degree of fame, I imagine.
Yeah. Wonder if we could make
you ready to go for it, dude?
Some kind of program, dude, that would watch. We could feed an AI program every basketball game from the beginning of them being recorded to now, however many hundreds of thousands of hours that is, and then have it extrapolate all the different information to tell us who's going to win each matchup. It wouldn't be 100% accurate, but fuck, it would be close, right?
It'd probably be pretty good, dude.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, dude, let's use an
Maybe
AI
I'll get
to
into March
cheat.
Madness this year, dude. You want to do March Madness, bro?
I think I've done it like 1 year. That's the thing, is that like I don't give a fuck about basketball
No,
at all,
I don't
dude.
either.
I care zero about basketball, but I really care about the NFL. And I consume podcasts where all they talk about is the fucking NFL for 3 hours a day.
It's disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I don't
Yeah.
mind a good like radio show about fucking the NFL, dude. Like I watch, they do over here on TV. They have the NFL games, but they're always like really early in the fucking morning.
Mm-hmm.
But like after the NFL game's done, they'll usually have like an hour or two fucking, post
Like
game
Sports Center,
yeah. And those are fucking hilarious to watch. These Australian dudes that travel to America to go watch NFL every year,
dude.
and they just are sitting there talking. It's so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I think that's really cool.
It's wild how much content is made off of the NFL too.
God, dude. Every little thing
So
is
much
filmed
content.
as well, dude. Every little movement. There's so many fucking cameras flying over the goddamn field.
Do you know how many podcasts there are just about, like, not even the NFL, just a team? Pick a team, and I bet you there's hundreds of podcasts.
Untold numbers of podcasts about a team. I wonder, dude. Let's have a look. I reckon we can find that out pretty good. You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, you fuck.
How many podcasts? I don't know if they'll be able to answer us. Okay, how many podcasts are there is interesting. As of 2004, there are over 5 million podcasts available worldwide. However, if we remove the inactive podcasts, the number of podcasts available will drop to about 4.2 million. I think that's even kind of high.
Okay.
Who is the number one podcast? Big surprise, it's Joe Rogan.
Arrowhead Addict, a Kansas City Chiefs podcast. Arrowhead Pride for Kansas City Chiefs fans.
Yeah, there's so many.
Arrowhead Broad podcast, Kansas City Chiefs.
I know a guy that has a Kansas City Chiefs podcast.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent him our intro, and he was going to work on it for us, and then he never touched it and never talked to me again.
Yeah, well, it's
Wild.
dude,
Yeah.
Brody already told you, man. There's nothing you can do to that intro.
Fuck Brody, dude.
There's nothing you can do to that intro, bro. It's
Brody, if you're
impossible.
listening, fuck you. Figure it out.
Dude, it's not that it's not a good intro. It's a great intro. It's just it's so out of timing. There's not anything you can do.
Yeah, you're right. Whatever.
Such is life, bro. That's just the way it is. Sometimes the best things in life are kind of random and accidental.
Such as this podcast.
Such as this podcast, yes.
Random and
100%.
accidental.
Random and accidental. Yeah, well, dude, this podcast has changed a lot over the years. I mean, look, we're not even that inebriated. You're not inebriated at all. I'm barely inebriated from last night.
No.
It's a far cry from how we started, which was being absolutely fucked up in the morning every single time.
Yeah.
Wild
Yeah, dude.
shit,
The way that you would smash tequila at fucking 7 a.m. for a bit there
That's not good, man.
every Sunday morning.
Every
For
Sunday
you?
morning, get fucked up, smashing tequila and beer and fucking just whiskey and whatever,
Yeah.
rums.
I'm sure we'll have
Day
another, some more of that. I wonder if, because like, you've kind of fallen off on drinking since, like obviously I took this year off of drinking, but you've also slowed down quite a bit. Is that because I'm also not like, what's up, bro? We fucking drinking this episode?
I think that might be part of it, but we stopped drinking on the podcast a couple of years ago. Really, it changed when we did one of the sober Septembers, sober Octobers. I can't remember which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
and because obviously we're sober for that month, and then
You're like, wow, my weeks started so much better when I just
everything's so
don't
much
get
nicer,
fucked
dude.
up.
Yeah, when you're not fucking
On a
hungover
Sunday
for an
morning.
entire day before you go back to work. You're like, wow, dude, I can actually think properly this week. It's weird,
Yeah.
you know. And so I think I stopped drinking as much anyway. You know, I even on the weekends, like even at Steve's last night, I didn't have that much. Probably like 7 beers, 8 beers. Homemade home brew, so it was quite strong actually. I probably shouldn't have drank that much, but that's neither here nor
fuck
there.
it, bro. Fuck
It's everywhere.
Nah, dude. I mean, I'm starting this. Obviously, I'm starting this pre-mester. So I'm not smoking, drinking. I'm working out. I'm eating healthy for the next 3 months.
Big cranky, huh?
It has made me a little cranky already, but I'm doing my best to not be a bitch about it. But anyway, I am thinking about, okay, when this year's up, dude, it will be nice to be like fucking, instead of coffee, you know, having a beer while doing the podcast.
Yeah. Do you want to? Okay, so how long are you doing your pre-mester for? 3 months. So it's fucking. Was it September now? October, November, December, and then you'll start nutting in Janie to try to
That's
create
right.
a child.
That's right.
So,
But if it
by
doesn't
New
work,
Year's,
dude,
it'll be longer than 3 months. It'll be 4 months, maybe 5 months. Could be 6 months.
maybe
a
2
year.
years.
What if? Oh, here's a question for you, dude. And
Let's hear it.
all right, so how long would you go? How long would be the limit before you say fuck it? I'm just having a smoke.
I've told Janie that, like, I was like, hey, like, I'm gonna have like some drinks, you know, like in like it. Like, I get it, you know, we're trying to be our healthiest stuff, yada, 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 yada. I get all that. And, like, I'm not going to be fucked up, you know, while inseminating my wife. But, like, I'm going to get back to drinking next year.
Yeah. So, like, New Year's, you're going to have a fucking drink.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, I don't even think I'll get fucked up, you know. Like I think that I'll definitely have a different relationship with alcohol after a year. But like I was like I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I guess I'll do another month of pure sobriety because that nut didn't take.
Gotten pregnant, right?
You know. But I probably won't smoke until conception.
Do you think that's worse than drinking? Is that known to be worse than drinking?
I think that's what she would care more about, and that's what I understand is like the bigger potential. I don't know, fucking sperm fucker upper.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
But I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. Might be an argument. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard to fucking supercharge my nut for this hoe in December.
Okay, just putting the effort in. So December, do you guys
dude? Like
start,
we're
or the
doing
end
like
of
fucking
December you start?
ovulation strip. Like we're fucking for effect, dude. We're not fucking.
It's not
Like, if it happens, it happens. We're not doing that. We are like we are scientifically approaching conception.
Are you guys going like multiple rounds a day when that time comes, or you guys have like a certain time of day that's like going to be peak ovulation period for the day?
I don't know. I don't know if we'll do. I don't think you can do it by day. I think it is like, hey, the next 3 days you're super fertile. You know.
can do it
So
by
like,
day.
what's that?
You can do it by day. I had some friends that did it by day.
Well, I just don't know if it's like, oh, you need to fuck it in the morning and in the, on your lunch break, why don't you put some goo in her?
No, that's exactly what it is.
Maybe
That's what
maybe
that's
dude.
what I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now, as your
Okay.
friend who
What are you
cares a
telling
lot
me,
about you and your nut, dude. You are going to be having sex with Janie at least twice a day, if not 3 times a day. To
That seems
fucking,
seems like a lot for me, dude.
it does seem like a lot, doesn't it? At first, you're like, "Fuck yeah, bro! Fucking, I'm getting fucking love, dude. I'm putting some nuts in my wife, and it feels good."
I mean,
And then
honestly,
after
maybe
3 or
that's
4 days, after a week, bro. You know how too much of a good thing can still be a bad thing. Yeah, you're gonna get real tired.
but like,
of
dude,
fucking
there's only
having
like a
sex.
short window for ovulation for a month. You know, like it's only like a 3 or 4 day window.
Okay, but do you think you're not gonna be having sex the rest of that time?
No, we will, but like it'll be more for like our love making
Consistency.
relationship.
Yeah, and it just be more for
Then
consistency, right?
yeah,
Okay.
but
All right, hey man. If that's how you guys have planned your fuck schedule, then that's great.
I mean, I haven't
see,
really
what I
thought much
think
about the
is-
fuck schedule, and now you're starting
haven't-
to.
You haven't thought much about the fuck schedule. I guarantee Janie has. Dude.
Well, she
Janie's
did.
got
She
it
did
all.
get like a kind of schedule from her doctor that she went and saw, but I don't think it was like fuck in the morning, fuck in the evening, fuck in the lunch, fuck. Like it wasn't like that. It was just like okay, like
It's gonna.
hey, your fertility window's coming up. Fuck every other day or something, or like
Okay.
or every day.
You're gonna want to have your husband inseminate you at least 3 times daily. These are your time frames in the daytime, the morning and the afternoon, and the evening time that are best for ovulation. And make sure you keep your legs up in the air and do some muscle contractions in your stomach to help the sperm get to your eggs better.
Maybe. Yeah, dude.
Wake up in the morning, you're having sex, dude. Fucking get
Dude,
off at lunch, dude. You're
she
having
keeps
sex.
being like, she's like, oh no, I'll get pregnant right away, and I'm like, what are you saying? I'm like, I don't think that's how
Nobody
biology
knows that,
works.
dude.
I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's like intuition. It's like female intuition is what she's saying.
Okay, yeah. Well,
She's
hey,
a
listen,
witch. I forgot.
I don't want to
I forgot
fucking like burst
to mention that
anybody's
to you.
bubble here, all right? But like, if we look at statistics now,
Uh-huh.
people are having the hardest time producing kids that they've ever had in the history of man.
Well, are they doing their premester?
I think a lot of people are doing premesters.
No,
and they're
the
doing
fuck
a lot
they're
of
not,
fucking
dude.
preparation to do.
I've
Yeah,
never
dude.
heard of this before. I've never heard of
you not,
another
dude?
dude doing a premester besides me.
Dude, as soon as you mentioned it to me, I started bringing it up to other people at work, and they're like, yeah, done that. There's a guy, him and his wife, they've been doing that for 4 years. Yeah, they've been
That
trying
won't
for
be me.
4 years. They've done IVF like three or four times as well, dude. They've been fucking trying to have a
Fuck
baby
that.
for a long time, bro. Yeah.
Just adopt. Pick up a little Asian
that's-
baby.
People don't want to adopt. People want to create their own.
I mean, like I get that. Me too. But at some point, if it's been 3 or 4 years, I'm just like, okay, there has to be something off here. Honestly, if we go more than I'd say 3 months without conception, I'm like, okay, well, hey, let's both go. Honestly, we might just do it before. Just, hey, let's fucking
Get your shit checked.
yeah, let's just go get like tested to see if we are fertile before, because why not?
Wouldn't that be good to do before you start your premester?
That's the thought that just occurred to me as I said that.
Yeah. So now you're doing. You don't even know if you're fertile anyway.
I
You're
know,
doing
dude.
3 months of
Dude,
hell.
bro, I might be
You're gonna come
fucking
to find
smoking
out,
next week, bro. My nut might be off, son.
Dude, you might have some fucking tailless motherfuckers. You
Boy,
have no
next
idea.
next podcast, I'm just sunglasses on, high as fuck.
Fucking
I'm
drunk
like,
as
my
shit.
nut don't work, dude.
My nut don't work none. I know what love is, Jenny, but my nut don't work.
Yeah, something like that.
That'd be
So.
crazy, man. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So,
yeah. I mean, that's what I would have found out before. But
it's
listen,
a really good idea.
I'm not concerned with any of this anyway, so
Sure.
I don't have to worry about it.
No,
no ghost babies.
I'm
for
gonna
tomorrow.
mention it when I walk upstairs.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, what are we kind of forgot an important step.
Should we check first? If we're even fertile at all? You know, I got a bunch of anthrax shots when I was in Japan. Like
Dude, fucking COVID shot, dude. I got all kinds. We got all kinds of shit now.
Smallpox, dude. Fucking all sorts of weird shit. Peanut butter shot, man. I mean, how many of our military buddies have had kids?
Lots of motherfuckers in the military have kids.
How many of our buddies from the military have had kids?
I don't know. Is it none?
Pretty close to none, dude. I think
I think it's probably fucking pretty close to none. You're right.
it's pretty close to none. And I'm not.
But
And that's
why
not
is
to say
that?
that we aren't promiscuous motherfuckers. Neither.
Yeah. Why, yeah. Well, why is that though?
Why is that? I mean, why? It
I
could
don't
be a
know.
lot of things. There are a lot of factors, you know. But hey,
Maybe
I've been
none
busting
of them have
nuts
been.
in people for a long time, and I still haven't fucking had much fucking scares. So
Well, that's the thing, bro. Is that for the amount of accidental pregnancies out there, it's actually pretty difficult to get pregnant. Like there is a narrow window, and if you fuck not in that window, then
but it's
not
weird
gonna
to
happen.
me that accidental pregnancies are always when you're like really drunk and one night stands, or you guys have had a bunch of smokes, you're all relaxed, you went out to the fucking movies or something, had sex in a car. You know, I mean, how many people have been fucking like had an oops after a one night stand? Right? And it's like there's no pre-mestered nothing. It's just two drunk assholes that have probably eaten a lot of processed food for their whole lives, working cubicles, man, and now all of a sudden they've got a baby. It's weird. It's just weird. I'm not saying the pre-mester is not a good idea. I think it is a good idea.
It sounds like you're
Your
talking
goal
shit on the
is-
fucking pre-master, dude.
If your goal is to have the perfect child, which I don't think ever exists, but if your goal is to like, you know, make it as good of an opportunity, like chances that you'll have a kid that's healthy and all that, then I think pre-mester is a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's foolproof, though. I don't think.
No.
I don't think it's foolproof at all. And in
No, sir.
fact, the idea, I wonder if the pre-mester, in a sense, has the potential to be a bad thing because now you've built up this expectation for how it's going to go. Now you've done 3 months of fucking healthy eating, healthy, no drinking, no smoking, fucking meditation, vitamins, minerals, liquid IV, fucking just running, exercise. You're in fucking peak physical condition.
That's right.
You guys are fucking all the time, and you still haven't done it, right?
Yeah.
Still haven't created, like, I mean, you guys have done it a bunch, but like you haven't created like the, you know, like the end
The
goal.
miracle of life.
The
yeah,
miracle
just
of life.
eludes us.
Right, yeah, it's just right there out of your fingers, you know? But what does that do then to, like, the way you think about the whole situation? It starts to crumble, right? It's like when you build too much of an attachment to something that is, you know, out of your control.
I mean, like, I get what you're saying, dude, but the way that I see it is it's a game of probability. You know, and I'm just trying to stack the deck in my favor of like having a child and having a the healthiest possible chance, or having the best chance of having like the healthiest kid.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to stack, you know, but like, you know, it could still be that, you know, there's, okay, well, yeah, you did the pre-mester, you did everything right. There's a 90% chance that, like, you know, you're going to have that super healthy Olympic athlete kid, but there's still a 10% chance of fucking shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get that. But all I'm doing is like, okay, if I can stack the deck, why wouldn't I?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't if you could. If you can, you should.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. If you can, you should.
And it's
you
fucking annoying already.
Yeah, well, that's what you get, dude. I don't
I'm
know what else to
fucking 7 days in, dude, and I'm annoyed.
Feel cranky, dude. Fucking
I
feel
know,
cranky.
dude. I'm
That's
cranky.
what
You
get.
know, it's really take the edge. Having a smoke would take the fucking edge off. I'll tell you that, dude.
Yeah, well, that's true. That is quite true.
Yeah, but whatever. Here I
Good
am.
job. You gotta
Yeah.
feel raw dog yet? No.
I think the idea is, and like there is something to like maybe I'll have like a higher cortisone level because I'll be more because I have like like I'm losing
Higher
my ability to
stressors.
cope. And like, hey, maybe I don't go out and like hang out with my friends as much because I'm not drinking or smoking right now, and like I have less of that sense of community. Like I'm sure there is a trade off to like I might be more stressed out or like I don't know.
So what has more of a negative effect on sperm? Is it like high cortisone levels due to stress, or is it weed and alcohol?
I mean, I would if like I'm playing the game of biology, I bet both, but
Yeah.
I'm gambling that like weed and booze and like shitty food it has a bigger effect on sperm quality than like me being a little bit more stressed out.
I think the food for sure always. The food always has a huge impact on how our bodies react. And I think like generationally too. I think food's just been slowly fucking just chipping away at our immune systems and our not feeling us properly, and our bodies are just as like humanity. I think we're starting to crumble away into something that's not what we ever were because of the shit we're eating.
I mean,
All the
certainly like all
chemicals,
the like the
plastics.
ultra processed stuff, dude, and like
Yeah,
that's what I mean, that's what I want to eliminate, as much as possible from my diet anyway. But now I have another excuse to do so.
right.
And I'm not getting high, so I'm not getting munchies, and I'm not, okay, I'm actually not doing it just for my health. Now I'm doing it for the potential health of my fucking future child.
Right.
So like that makes, and like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna have a fucking French fry, but like I'm probably just gonna have less shitty food.
You better fucking not, dude. You better not have a fucking French fry, dude. What are you thinking?
Or else I'm killing my child.
You're gonna fucking give your child some kind of hideous disease where his fucking forehead is giant.
Potentially.
Just because you couldn't handle not eating a French fry for a couple of months.
Potentially. But,
Tragic.
that's something I gotta live with.
That's gambling, baby.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, did you want to get off of here and fucking...
Yeah, bro. Let's wrap her up.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for coming out tonight, this afternoon, this morning. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this whenever it is that you listen to it. We love you a lot. I love you.
Love you, dude.
Goodbye.